start with 2 cake circles. Fill them with buttercream and then cut them into half. Once they are cut, place them upright on the parchment sheet. We will be working on the parchment sheet because we will be airbrushing the cakes, and we don't want to get all the paint on the cake boards. Apply a nice layer of buttercream and then place in the refrigerator. Take some Rice Krispie treats and tear them into little pieces. They can be different shapes and sizes. This will be our ground beef. We will apply them to the side of the cake and then airbrush them in different shades of brown. Make sure to apply pressure to the cake when applying the Rice Krispie treats. In the meantime, I color my buttercream green, in different shades of green actually, and applied it all randomly in a piping bag using a petal tip, or the tip that you use for roses. This would allow me to create different colors of green for my lettuce. Roll out a fondant circle or oval. This will act as a taco shell. Apply some buttercream and then trim your fondant to size. Now I airbrushed the taco shell with Ivory food coloring. I made sure I hit all the edges and the bottom to give it more of a shadow. I went ahead and placed the other taco face down and trimmed the sides a little bit to give it more of an angle. I cut a circle fondant and then trim it to size. I went ahead and rolled out a long strip of fondant, applied it to the bottom of the taco, and then trim it to size again. I had leftover Rice Krispie treats and went ahead and fill in the gaps. Then I color it again with airbrush food coloring, Ivory, and then brown for the Rice Krispie treats added to the ground beef. I got a little bit of airbrush color on my cake board, but I love these cake boards. They are very smooth at the top and very easy to clean. Here I use my blowtorch just a little bit to toast the taco shell a little more. Now to have fun and add all the toppings. I'm using my buttercream icing that we colored earlier with different shades of green, and I'm piping it with a rose tip. No worries, we would add more lettuce later. Apply a little bit of buttercream to the cake board and then place the other taco on top. Use the blowtorch again just to give it a little bit more of a color. Now the fun begins. More lettuce here and there everywhere. Remember, it has to be random so it looks more realistic. Although here I was going for a kind of realistic look because it was for my 5-year-old nephew that loves tacos. To make the cheese, I use yellow fondant, use my pizza cutter, and then just cut little strips of fondant. I let it dry a little bit, just so they keep their texture when applying to the cake. For the tomatoes, I use 2 different shades of red, and that's just to give it more color and more contrast. I literally used the knife, same if I was cutting tomatoes for a hamburger or a taco. And I let them dry just a little bit. And now to add to the cake. Now I place some on the cake board and everywhere because when you're eating tacos, it can get messy and it can get everywhere. More tomatoes here and there, more cheese, and you're done. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.